All right, traders, I'm here for my Friday trading session. I worked on the boat today. It is 2:30 local time. Got up at 5:45 a.m. today, so been a long day. And there's some small things I want to say before I get into it, but one is that I'm feeling resistance to wanting to trade. Like I'd rather just not do it. I'd rather read a book or something. But yeah, so to put it in perspective, like I'm in this to make money and it funds other areas of my life. And I'm having a really excellent month, and I'm doing it in 20 minutes to an hour a day. As you've been watching, I've uploaded every session. I've been doing pretty excellent. Opportunities to make decisions every day. I am wondering, like, is there a way for me to trade the weekly time frame instead of the daily time frame so that I could check once a week instead of every day? I don't know. But that's for now what I'm doing works. Let's not mess with it. It's fitting into my life. It's all good. Another thought is I had this fear this month of missing on the Bitcoin up move that happened, which did happen. I missed it. The month's not over. I don't know what's happened. If I got filled and went higher, I got stopped out and went lower. I missed it because just my limits didn't work. Like I got stopped out, and then the bottom of the month, I was just $100, less than $100 away on my limit order. So it makes me think I want to be less precise in my limits and broader. All that said is I'm having an amazing trading month regardless of that, so it doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't really matter, right? Like what I was concerned about has happened, and I'm having arguably my best month ever. So let's get into it. Now I have some open trades, I have some open limits. 25 wins, 14 losses realized. I'm floating more profit. $13,000 on the win, about $8,000 on the losses. Let's go see what happened. It's Friday afternoon, which is my favorite because the market doesn't really move and I won't be back here for Saturday. That's bad news because I think I got stopped. So sad. I'm glad I got out of my Solana long. I think I lost $1,000 on that. That said, Arkham, Doge, and I was in and Pyth all hit, so I might actually be up regardless of that. I also cut an ape and I cut a Saga short. Saga, my TP was here. I could have made another $400. Did I get filled on BNB? Not quite. So yeah, I mean the shorts have been working much better than the longs for me. Um, but I trade different systems. My long is based on these limit orders, which is pretty imprecise, but I'll go take a look and see what's happened. Am I up or down from yesterday? I'm actually up 600 bucks despite taking kind of a fat loss on Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm up $600, 800 bucks despite that. So let me show you guys as well, just like proof. Where is it? Futures, P&L analysis. 8 straight winning days. Look at this. This is my P&L analysis from this month. The reflection sucks. So you can see. Almost everyday green, right? Awesome. I think I've lost money on Bitcoin this month. So first thing I need to do is log my trades. Okay. Yeah, if I had kept, yeah, I feel kind of, I came in and I closed Saga early, which cost me $400. And, yeah, I really don't like the loss on Bitcoin, but it's okay. Since I have, just the way it's been, like I risk more on the longs because there's fewer of them. So it's not necessarily a problem because I'm taking a lot more shorts. So Pyth hit TP. No, I closed Pyth early. No, I didn't. Okay, nice. What is Pyth? Pyth I opened yesterday, actually. Oh, there's another one. I closed Pixel early too. Oh, that one worked. So, yeah, I mean, it's all good. That one worked 1,000. So that actually paid for the Bitcoin and more. And that was in one day, $1,200. Um, what is this? When did this one get closed? I think the same day. So I'm still in Doge and Arkham. Okay, so I've logged my trades. Now we have to decide what are we gonna do here. Okay, let's look at investment assets. Yeah, cannot complain. I just gotta focus on where we are. Gold continues its uptrend. We actually had red day in the stock markets. They can do anything, and the dollar is just steadily up, up, up. They can do anything, but what would maybe make sense, like where it's aiming, would maybe be just down here. Yeah, really weird. It's like very all over the place. So I want to evaluate Bitcoin before. It feels a little bit unlucky, but it is what it is, right? It was only by 2 minutes, and I had 0.75, so that would have saved me almost $1,000 if my stop had just been. It's funny, I got no filled by less than $100, and then I got stopped by how much? 600 by like $40. Pretty rough. Well, that said, some of y'all are like, you're running your trades too tight, and I might be. I might be running my trades too tight. I accept that as a possibility. The idea is if we get close, I expect to just take this low, but if we look down here in the 5 minute gaps, yeah, I don't know. Try not to focus on that. Yeah, this 15-minute gap held. We'll come back to it and see. Actually, yeah, Bitcoin did the best though. ETH is dying. I'm really happy that I closed my Solana up here. I initially had it added on and was like, you know what? That open interest is going to get cleared out. And now Solana's actually giving a short. Yeah, ETH lower. To me now, looking at ETH chart, it feels unlikely to me that ETH doesn't go below $2,000. We're stacking all these lows here. And the crypto market can go up while ETH does that. It's MySpace, something's wrong with it. Yeah, big bad day for altcoins. Okay, now we see a long potentially for XRP though. So I want to pay attention to that. Possibly go long XRP. Okay, look at Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, BNB, Arkham, Doge. Pyth was fucking money, yo. That one was awesome. Yeah, so that I can celebrate. Saga closed this a little bit early too, but Jup I didn't take because the funding was negative. Pixel I closed early, could have worked. Jesus, this one's so insane that it retraced the whole move. I was watching it, I felt like I couldn't take it, but Raise maybe one that I can now. It's a little bit late though. I'm gonna look. I want to see people. Wow, people's green. I want to see what was green and why. Yo, safe. This is one I want to look at too. What's going on with this one? That's one I've been trying to leave alone. Yeah, I gotta figure out for Bitcoin. I really just like being stopped there because depending on what it is, like that could lead to me missing an up move possibly. But yeah, maybe I'm looking for longs. Pepe. I've got a friend who's a Pepe maxi. Bought it in October, and it went fucking bananas. How much is it up from October? 1,000%. 10x. Yeah. Popcat's strong. I mean, I've been saying it, like cat coins are strong. So we're seeing a lot of bouncing. Cospo is would be signaling along. Again, I don't want to trade weak coins, but I'm just taking a note of that. A lot of coins hitting monthly lows is a sign that longs are coming into favor. Possibly. It's been mostly shorts. Shorts have been working awesome. Before I go to the next page, something I want to point out at, you saw like I'm green almost every day this month. How did this month go though? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 red days and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 green days and 13 red days. And I've made money all but 5 days. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, core's signaling long. Again, I don't trade alts. I don't trade alts to the long side. XRP I maybe could. AR hit a low. AVAX, GMT, CRV as well. Yeah, E-Gold. The reason I don't trade alts long at dip lows is because you just can't, because it's gonna hit the lows on its way to zero, and most of these alts will go to zero and do go to zero. So much open interest probably got flushed out here. I'm interested to see. It might lead to a Bitcoin solo dump later, actually. This is something that sometimes happens. And then I don't like to be a breakout, buy altcoins on breakout longs because people just sell the shit out of them. So yeah, I just try not to fuck with Matic hit a low. Probably just gonna close my shorts at the market and shift to longs, most likely. But I need to go under the hood and see. Yeah, XRP is the only one I would consider long at the market on. Okay. Okay, let's look. BTC funding rate. Dude, I am a little bit tilted. I missed this entry by $100. Less than $100. And then I got stopped out on the next long by less than $100. By like $50. It's crazy. Um, yeah, I'm hoping to look at the chart and see that it's destined for lower. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm probably gonna bail, almost certainly, yeah. Like just the way it looks, on the longs that I'm in. Okay. How big were the liquidations? I'm just gonna check the chart quickly before I close them. But yeah, it looks like even in the last hour, it's just dumped in the last hour. I should be getting out of this now. It's just ripping right now. But I want to look before I see. It's going to take me a couple minutes. Arkham and Doge. Yeah, a lot of things have gone negative. It looks a lot healthier. That said, it's still maybe a bit of a hot market. Okay. Yeah, we're seeing it's gone negative anyways, so let's get out. How big was this flush? Also want to see global open interest. Not that crazy a flush, but I mean we've had it. That was decent. We've had a decent move down here from 47 down to 42. So Arkham we can get out of. Doge. Seems like it's possible we could stay with Doge. I don't want to close it yet. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to wait for lower on Bitcoin and scratch that as a loss, most likely. Yeah. We also missed BNB by such a small fucking fraction. The shorts have been working really well. The longs have been suffering from just being like too precise and imprecise. So I feel like I maybe need to change my strategy around the longs. It's also kind of random, like it randomly hasn't been working, the longs, but it's so close to have worked really well. And that's trading is the chance. But I've been able to smooth my chances with Bitcoin much more, or with the shorts. So I am gonna close Arkham here. I'm gonna come back to Doge. I might leave Doge open, but we're gonna get out of Arkham. Okay. Log this one, Arkham. $730 on the win on this one. Okay. I held this one for 9 days. Didn't feel like it. Okay. So my P&L on the month is around $6,000 right now. But I still have another trade that's open, which is Doge. Okay, we're out of Arkham. I may leave Doge open. It looks okay to leave open. We've had a flush, but funding is still pretty hot, and a lot more funding could come out. So I might leave Doge open. We're gonna take a look around the room and see what's going on. Okay, so liquidations 347 million, which is quite a lot, but I know that Bitcoin alone added like from the lows $6 billion of open interest, which is $6,000 million. But you see the liquidation, the biggest one was others. The alt market got liquidated here for 100 million. Bitcoin and ETH about 67 million each, which isn't too crazy. So let's go ahead and now we're going to look at the majors. Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, BNB. Okay, so we have that. Bitcoin. I hate this price action on Bitcoin. I don't like it how it played out, but when it's a pretty good drop in open interest. I'm interested in seeing the funding. Good at funding rate. When it keeps sweeping the lows, it's really tough because it does that when it's bottoming and it also does it on the way down. So, yeah. I think there's a problem with my long strategy, maybe. It might just be bad luck, but it's like, when I say bad luck, I mean variance. Like, it hasn't worked out this time. The problem isn't with asset selection, and it's not necessarily with limit orders either, but I maybe need to be more generous with my zones because, um, yeah, it just feels, I don't like the way it feels. Like just wider orders. Because now I'm not exposed to the up move at all. Just barely, right? I could easily be in both Bitcoin and BNB. To be in neither is kind of insane. I missed the fill on BNB by, yeah, it just poked in by how much? 0.19%. And I got stopped on Bitcoin by 0.1%. That's fucking crazy. All right. Well, what I do need to do is just focus on where we are now and manage my emotions because let me focus on being grateful that I have another winning day. That's pretty awesome. Okay. I mean, that feels like the move down that I was trying to get in. It makes me maybe want to trade tomorrow morning, actually, to see if any 1 hour gaps open that I can get myself into. Okay, let's start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we had a decent flush in open interest. I mean, price looks pretty good considering price is about where it was. The thing is, though, I don't feel the need to chase in, honestly. Um, Spot appears to be kind of selling and funding is still pretty high. So it's possible we get lower. ETH, yes, it's just triggered by spot sells on ETH. And we see, okay, $70 million in liquidations in ETH, but we're up from the lows down here, from 7.8 billion to 8.8 billion. So we're still up $1,000 million of longs, right? So in perspective, it's not that much. BNB, on the other hand, looks really strong to me. And I would love if I was in it. It hasn't had major increase in open interest. Funding's gone negative, and it wasn't spot selling. Solana, on the other hand, if we look at it, right, I got out of here because it was just straight up on open interest, and I was like, this has got to turn at some point, and it did. And it perfectly cleared out all of that. The market looks in between, but definitely more longable to me. If I close Doge, that's my only short that I have. So I want to be careful on that. I'm going to leave it for now. I may come in short it, but if I'm taking longs, XRP is actually a long that I could take. And I want to look at Ray and Safe. So let's look at these. Solana has possibly come into a buy, but it's also just possibly starting a bigger downtrend. But yeah, like this would have been a good place to have a little liquidity order, but I chose to just do BNB and Bitcoin. Very interesting. I feel like another stab down is maybe possible, but especially considering ETH, like looking at ETH. Wow. Okay, let's look at Ray and Safe. Yeah, I need to make my zones wider, possibly. Or also just accept that this is the way it's going to be sometimes. And we're going to look at XRP. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about of reluctance to want to trade, where it's like, yo, I made $600 since yesterday, and I don't really feel good. But again, it needs to be about making money, not about feeling good. So that's why I don't want to spend that much time on it. But I think it's likely I'm gonna come back tomorrow, and look for a fair value gap that's formed, possibly. Yeah. I also couldn't feel like I could have made a lot more on the short side, but yeah. I'm super happy with the month. Okay, Safe. I don't know what's going on with Safe, but it's just like people really want to sell it. Yeah, I couldn't take in a lot of these because the short's just too much. See spot buying, it's still negative funding. This isn't something I would want to sell. Radium is more sellable. The funding appears to have gone positive. Let's look. Ray. It's negative. It's positive. I could take Ray. I like it. I'll run it. It would be a really wide stop on this one. Something like this. Yeah, like right up here. And my target would be where's the most, like a lot of open interest came in? Down here, maybe at 2.46. It's really not very exciting. Also target down here, like 1 point, yeah, under these. This area. I think this is how I would do it. Those looks okay. I mean, Ray, I can't trade Safe. Well, maybe let's look Safe. Yeah, it's still super negative. Yeah, can't trade it. Let's look at XRP. XRP looks okay to me. There was, in that hour, $50 million of longs were wiped out. Funding's low. Yeah, it looks okay for a long, honestly. I think I will take it. I think I'm gonna short Safe, long XRP, and then come back tomorrow. Sorry, not Safe. I'm gonna short Ray, long XRP, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Still laggy. To look for fair value gaps form in Bitcoin. So I'm preparing. I'm going to long XRP. XRP. I really like hedges. That's been one of the keys to every day a winning day is having hedges. Peak sell. Okay. And then I guess I still need to decide if I want to keep Doge or not. Computer's slow. My faster computer got destroyed in a flood. True story. What's going on, man? Gonna have to stop recording. My time is too valuable to be waiting like minutes for the chart to load while it's lagging. Like I'm gonna have to get a better computer or something, but it's not normally this slow. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe there's some bullshit in the background I can close. Okay, here we are. So I think I'm gonna take the standard risk on uh, Ray and XRP. Ray, I think I want to get in. I want to wait. So the idea with XRP, my stop would be super wide on this one. Way down here. I kind of hate that. I think I would call this the bottom. Right here, which I'm okay with. Yeah, for Ray. And I kind of like closing Doge. It just feels like it could go either way. And having it just to have it, I don't really like. So I'm gonna close Doge also, which is fine. So Doge is gone. So now I'm flat for the first time in a long time. Earn weeks $744 on my Doge. Doge. 725. So now in terms of realized profit, I'm up almost $7,000 on the month. Okay. So yeah, like XRP and yeah, well, look here. I mean, what happened? I think I need to wait for a lower on Bitcoin, possibly on BNB. So before I open these trades, I would say I no longer like this trade on BNB now that it didn't fill. I would want to look for a lower. So that's gonna happen. Yeah, how much would that be up right now in terms of RR? It would have just barely over an R. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay. Um, the one at 563. What was the price here? 564 actually is what it was. And it went as low as 565.34. It's up 17. Whatever, I didn't want that anyways. Okay. I cut this one because now since it didn't fill, now where I want to be in lower, which would be down here. Actually didn't even sweep this, it put in almost exactly equal low. And Bitcoin, yeah, this is gone, so it is what it is, right? And I just have to wait for the next one down. Or again, I can come in over the weekend and see if a fair value gap has been created. It certainly looks like it could be a bottom. So I would prefer to be heavier longs. So XRP at a minimum, I would look for this. So I'm going to start by getting an XRP. Okay. So I have, yeah, just a long, yeah. Okay, I'm flat right now. I hate longing XRP, but it makes sense to do it right now. How much? Okay. My stop loss on XRP is going to be 0.49. Okay, my TP is going to be 0.5667. That's pretty good. I'm probably going to, yeah, risk a bit more on this. Right now I have 23,000. Okay. Considering I'm not in anything, XRP is the only one that's giving a legit signal too. Okay. Um, then I'm gonna trade Ray. My stop is gonna be 13%, so in this one I only want like 7x leverage. 3.1 is gonna be my stop. And I'll target all the way down here at 1.969. And I think I'm gonna risk, let's see. Right now I'm risking 500 on each. I might come back and increase those. Okay, XRP could definitely dump from here. I think I'm gonna take a large position on Ray because it's my only short now. Arkham safe 1,000. I don't want to make it crazy big, but 761 on it. Two thousand. Okay, so I'm increasing my risk a little bit. Oh shit, I accidentally made my stop. What the fuck? I accidentally risked way too much. Yeah, I was thinking of like XRP sizing. I added 5,000 when it was supposed to be like 500. So it's up right now, but that's an error. I'm gonna correct. And then I'm gonna wait for lower on Bitcoin and on BNB. I'm okay with the XRP one. In theory, I could run my stop a lot wider, but I would rather not do that. Okay, so I need to fix my sizing. Come back to it. It's happening to look right now, so I don't see why Bitcoin couldn't go lower. I mean, the funding is still pretty high, and we've had some open interest flush, but it's kind of led by spot selling. So let me close half of this. Okay. So now I'm risking still more than I want, but not so much more. It looks pretty good to me, though. I may keep that. Questioning whether I want to increase my risk on XRP, though, maybe. Bitcoin, I can come back later, and check for a 4-hour fair value gap. Otherwise, I'm gonna continue to hold for lower. Yeah, but I need to fix my position sizing here. A month. Could be end of the month. And like just try to go for the throat also. Ray looks good to me. Funding actually went very positive. We see people came in longing here. Spots sold off somewhat. Um, and it's just like, it's almost like it's up too much. It's a pretty small project. Actually, it's 1 million to 3.7 million open interest, but we're only looking at Kraken and OKX. So the data here is not quite as good, but it's initially moving in the right direction. I kind of like XRP not risking more than what I've risked on it. And then yeah, the last thing is Bitcoin. I'm gonna keep a large position on Ray because I only have one and it looks kind of good. And also, yeah, we're actually kind of breaking some trend lines here, and I would be set up to take some losses, possibly. Okay, right. So I mean, the big area of interest would be is 61,802. Like that's where I want to make sure that this one I'm trading this with the largest size. But why trade right here before that? I mean, both of these look good, XRP and Ray. Why trade that one with the largest size? Right, because there's nothing under it, right? We're looking at, yeah, this stack of liquidity here. So look, the stop loss, I probably get stopped off anyways. So I'm looking at, it goes down to 64,282. Well, that's exactly roughly where my limit is. And then the idea is, yeah, my stop, like if we give this back, then we're gonna come down here. And the way my psychology is, it's better for me to take a loss than be underwater, because I'll take a loss anyways. So I'll concede this area and try lower. So the last decision is my sizing. Like accidentally took too big size on Ray. I actually closed half of it, but it's working pretty well. And I'm thinking like we're at the point in a month where I'm guaranteed a winning month. And it's not super reckless to trade like way larger. I'm just trading a little bit bigger. Question is if I want to trade more on XRP too. Like, look, it's relatively strong right now. It's giving bottom vibes. So I think I'm gonna increase my risk on the problem. I think I should leave XRP alone because the problem with XRP long is, yeah, I'm more short than long here. But if the market goes down, I take the loss on XRP. I could also take a loss on Bitcoin and also take a loss on BNB. So I'm just curious, what's my risk right now on the nearest BNB? My risk is $450, and then the nearest Bitcoin, 1,400. That's more than I want to risk. I'm okay risking 1,400 on, um, maybe it's okay. I'm more interested in risking that much on this long, like this long at 61.7. I really want to trade that big. So I'm gonna increase my risk there on that one. Okay, 1,600 would be a big loss. The other one though, I'm gonna reduce my position size because I don't believe in it as much. Okay, that's acceptable. And now, yeah, I need to decide, do I want to cut this position down or just let it run? Now that I reduced the risk on Bitcoin, I like the idea, and especially because I have a bigger position on this other thing, and we're just seeing XRP be really strong. I want to increase my risk on this one. I think I maybe try to risk like, eh, can I trade both? Yeah, of course I can. It's just what I'm debating right now is my sizing. Okay. Is my sizing too big on Ray? I think probably it is. I'm gonna close another like 25% of it. Okay, so now my risk is gonna be, oh, when is limits? Ray, at the market. I'm gonna close another 25%. Just gonna make it so that yeah. Okay, so I have 1,000 at risk on this short, and I have 750 at risk on this long, and then I have $1,000 at risk on this long, and I have $500 at risk on this long. So it seems fine. It's not oversized. And I want to come back tomorrow. Interesting. Yeah, Pyth was a beautiful trade in one day. That's so sweet. Like fucking perfect. Thank you, Lord. For that pays for the Bitcoin bullshit. I'll probably come back tomorrow and check for fair value gap on Bitcoin, but I like to think we're going to come down into these regions. But if we don't, I'm a little bit protected. And then Solana's just not a long. We have a failed breakout, and we haven't gone down very much. I mean, in retrospect, like a limit right here would have would be working. But yeah, I mean, I got in here and I got out yesterday on this hour right at 2, which is awesome. Okay, but both things are working great. I don't need Bitcoin to work for me to make great money in the markets. That's the beautiful thing. Okay, so I'm about to log out, and I have a couple, yeah, of my st TPs and stops, and I have my limits lower, and yeah, it doesn't matter. I've actually had a pretty bad month trading Bitcoin, I think. Have I even had any winners? Yeah, 1,600, and then I had a loss, and then a fat loss, and then a loss, and then a lot. Yeah, I've actually had a losing month on Bitcoin. Trading long only. yeah, I think it's slightly bad, like bad luck. It easily could have gone. I mean, I could have made so much because my TP was it was actually 70,100, but I probably would have closed up in here, or I would still be holding. But I missed this by $100, and it was a one Bitcoin trade, so could be up an additional $8,000, and then Bitcoin would be a winning month. So I mean, there's a lot more variance on the longs than the shorts. I'm finding the shorts I like. And it's because I have a much larger universe of options, I think. Like I have hundreds of shorts to choose from. But then and I have new options almost every day, or have in the last month, but Bitcoin and ETH have been like, I mean, I'm only trading like two or three on the long side. So it's going to be a higher variance. That's the way it is. So, okay, we're out of here. Much love, happy trading, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Peace.